Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Got Rich Kahn on the program. He's with a company called Ezanga, and I know we've had you guys on the program before. Rich, welcome to the program. Ezanga, by the way, is EZANGA.com. They're considered thought leaders in the digital advertising community and have been in this space for about as long as there's been a digital community. You've been doing it for 22 years. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were practically hanging out with Al Gore creating the internet when you were getting started.
Yeah, it's a while back.
Yeah. All right, kind of give us your elevator speech. Tell us a little bit about what you're all about.
Well, Ezanga basically is an online marketing firm. We focus on helping clients drive quality traffic to their website or driving phone calls into their call centers, depending on what business model they have on their product.
Okay. And kind of give us an idea of how it works, because that sounds a lot like what a lot of companies say they do. So what do you do that's unique or different?
Yeah, and basically for the last 12 years, we've been collecting or aggregating a lot of small publishers throughout the internet, like small blog pages, small, WordPress sites, all different kinds of sites throughout the internet, to the tune of right now we bring in about 2 billion queries every single day. From that, as we all know, there's fraud in the industry. So over the last 10 years, we've actually developed a system that eliminates click fraud in real time. So we're actually able to identify what's robotic or coming from human click farms, and we're able to eliminate that before the client spends any money for the traffic. Once we've filtered all the traffic out, what's left over is what we're able to sell to our clients. So it really does not, it helps them eliminate all that, buying third-party tools and data to try to figure out what's going on with the traffic. And, most of those tools, you've already paid for the traffic, so you're kind of stuck trying to figure out how to, get credits and all kinds of stuff. We eliminate all that guesswork for our client so they can just buy traffic real simple. So
you work with both publishers and those who are looking to promote their own business.
Correct.
Work with both. And I guess publishers come to you, submit their site to you to be considered as ones to promote to your clientele.
Right.
Okay, very good. And talk a little bit about the type of businesses that you typically have as clients, and as well as the range of publishers you like to work with in terms of categories.
Sure. When it comes to clients, we range everything from Joe the plumber. We actually have a plumber named Joe who does some advertising with us in a small city. And we work all the way up through companies like Hitachi, Sony, Time, all the big guys. So it really depends. Our system is real custom. We don't like fit a mold for any one given client. So when a client comes to us, we try to find out what their spending goals are, what they're looking to accomplish, the type of traffic they're looking to get, and then we can custom tailor a plan around what they're looking for. When it comes to the call space, a lot of companies have started, some service products like home security and tax help and things like that. There's a lot of these companies that are looking for this type of traffic to drive into their call centers. And we've got a really unique system that helps us drive traffic from a variety of ways. Basically, companies that go out of business, we're able to actually tap into those phone numbers and give people options of other companies. We've got form transfers where we'll do a tremendous number of leads and online marketing, drive people to fill out lead forms. Then we'll actually call those leads to confirm that they're legit and they're looking for somebody. We've got the person on the phone, and then we can transfer them into the client. And probably our biggest way that we've been growing, believe it or not, has been TV and radio.
Interesting. Explain.
Well, what we're able to do is take a static TV or radio commercial, put it out there with one phone number on it. When that number gets dialed, instantaneously goes to our system and decides based on geography, time of day, the amount of money someone's willing to pay for a call, and all these other factors, and picks the client that's perfect for that call, and then drives the caller right to that user. So what happens is the caller picks up the phone, dials, and gets connected immediately to a client. And we can manage clients and buy against a static TV commercial in real time using our technology.
Okay, and is that technology driven by answering questions when they call that number, or how do you do that? How do you get that
No, we'll put up like a tax help commercial, so people who've got these big tax bills and they're trying to obviously get some help with them. So we'll have a commercial. We'll build a 60-second commercial to put that up on TV. We'll have a number that they call, and when they call that number, we'll connect them directly to a client that supports that product. And it's up to that client, obviously, to validate and confirm that they're looking for what they're looking for.
The commercial does the vetting, if you will.
Correct.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting idea. Talk a little bit about what kind of publishers do you like?
Publishers, we always like the big hits, the home runs, the ones that have a lot of traffic and always have a lot of quality. Those are always good. They're far and few between. But we'll take anybody. If they've got, a handful of clicks a day coming to their site, some people visiting their site, we'll put them on our system, and our system will actually cherry pick the good traffic from the bad traffic and match their traffic based on quality, vertical, geographic targeting, all that stuff gets matched up and meets with our clients, and then we'll connect the publisher's traffic to our clients using the technology that we built on both sides.
And how many publishers do you work with at any one time?
We're definitely north of 1,000. And then, of course, some of these publishers have sub-publishers of their own. And then if we really delve into the sites, the number of websites the traffic is coming from, it's well over 1 million different websites a day that we get traffic from.
Wow, that's very impressive, very impressive. Are there certain categories that seem to be hotter than others?
On the search side of things, the network, not really. I mean, we kind of do pretty much everything. I mean, home services works pretty well. We have a lot of traffic for that. It's really hard to say because we're such a generic design of where we get traffic from, and with 1 million different websites, you can imagine it just spans pretty much every vertical. When it comes to the TV stuff, it's much more controlled. Like on TV, we may only be pushing like rehabilitation centers, home security, tax help, merchant cash advances, just 4 or 5 different verticals, because obviously it's a lot. There's a big process in putting a commercial together, getting distribution, driving in the clients, so it's a longer process. So it's not like you just flip a switch, here you go, dump everything on. There's a lot more work behind it to get each vertical on board.
Yeah, no question about it. No question about it. So how are things in 2015? I'm assuming it's going very well when you're able to really quantify, like you are, how you perform for your clients. It's pretty sexy.
Well, in this market, you have to. I mean, if you don't, you're not in business. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's as simple as that. I mean, I've got competitors that have come and gone, and, we've just been listening to the client. And if the client says, hey, I need this, or I need that, or I want to buy this, or I need this feature in your software, we do it because they're the ones who pay our bills. They're kind of our boss. So as long as we listen to our clients and give them what they want, they stay with us.
Very good, very good. And is there kind of a size range, a sweet spot in terms of companies that hire you to find publishers?
No, what happens is when a company comes to us and says, hey, I'm looking to do some advertising for plumbers in the area, and they're looking for plumbers in, say, the East Coast, we'll actually put them on our network, help them build out the campaign, start driving some traffic, and find out how we're matching up. So let's say if they're looking to spend, $100 a day on traffic, or $1,000 a day, whatever it is they're looking for, and we can see we're filling that, 50 or 60% of the time. We have a traffic acquisition team that will go out, reach out to the publishers that are driving that traffic, and try to get more traffic from them if they have it. If not, they'll go find similar sites and talk to them and try to bring those traffic sites in so that we can fulfill those budgets.
Interesting. Well, I think it's a fascinating business model. I continue to be intrigued by it and look forward to learning more as we go on. I noticed you get a lot of exposure out there with magazines like Wired Magazine and Forbes, and recognized as Ernst & Young's Technology Entrepreneur of the Year in 2010. So congratulations and keep up the good work.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, Rich Kahn, again, founder and CEO of Ezanga. That's EZANGA.com, and enjoyed our conversation. Do want to remind the listener that much of what we talk about here will be found over there at usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter, and you've been listening to The Price of Business.